Hey, welcome to episode 134 of Credit 101. In this episode, we're going to talk about the 4 reasons why you need and you should request debt validation. So, if you guys were to have a collection company call you, email you, text you, send you a letter in the mail, you need to request debt validation. And I have a free letter on my website. So, there's no reason why you guys are not doing this. But if you do this, there is so much stuff that can open up for you by just sending out this letter. So let me show you guys, if you haven't seen the letter, this is the letter here. Again, this is available for free on my website, Rickita.com. So please go ahead and get a copy of the letter. Let me go to the top of the letter. So here is the letter here. Let me zoom out just a little bit so you see more of more of the letter. So this is the letter that you will send to that collection company. You're basically telling them, don't call you, don't call my job. Send me information about this debt that you're saying that I owe. So they contact you or they call you saying, hey, we got a $2,000 debt that you owe. Please send out that letter, because it's a few things, it's a few things that you guys can learn when you send this out. So when you send out this letter, they have 30 days to respond to it and send you the documents. During the time, say if you were to send out that letter, or not say if you were, when you send out that letter, they cannot respond to the credit bureaus. They can't talk to anybody about this debt until they talk to you first to show you proof that they actually own this debt, and then the amount and the other information that's included in that letter. Once they show you this information, then they can go ahead and tell the credit bureaus you owe it, or they can continue to talk about the debt. But if they don't provide this information, they really need to cease trying to even collect this debt, and that's real. Now, the first reason is the amount of the debt may not be accurate. I told you guys about Midland. They kept changing my debt by $1 on my credit reports. So if you telling the credit bureaus that I owe you $1 more than what you put in my notice, then that's a problem. So you don't know exactly what the amount of the debt is, but once that you don't have proof of it either. You may know, like you might be like, I know what this debt is. I know how much I owe. I've been owed. It doesn't matter. They need to know it, and they need to show proof of it. So that's why I say you need to send this out, or the debt may not even be yours in the first place. That's a big problem. Sometimes we may be like, oh, I know this debt is mine, and it may be something else. It could be similar to yours. You're like, oh, I do owe Capital One, but that's not this one. This is actually a different one. This is somebody else's, but they think that it's yours. So you guys need to send out that validation of debt letter so that they can actually show it. And then if the debt collector cannot verify the debt, they cannot collect it. So if they cannot verify and validate the debt, then they cannot collect on the debt. They can't just say, hey, here's a copy of the statement and you owe us money. If you can't completely verify and validate this debt, you can't continue to collect on it. And that's the biggest thing that I want people to understand. So if you did owe $2,000 or $3,000 to Capital One, if they can't validate it, this company coming to you, they can't show you correct proof, you technically, they can't collect on it. Capital One ain't asked you about the debt. They are, whoever the company may be. Discover not asking about the debt. They are, whoever it may be, you guys. So if they cannot show proof, they cannot continue to try to collect it. And if you just dispute the debt, if you don't dispute the debt, you can't really bargain with them. So I suggest you guys always dispute the debt, okay? And if you dispute the debt and they don't show the correct proof, then you already have rights. You already know, like, okay, I already know they had to take it off my credit report. Let me go a little bit further now. Say, hey, I know I want to just settle out this debt. I already got off my credit report. I don't want y'all to continue to sell it. Basically, let me just go ahead and settle out this debt, because all you're gonna do is sell it to another company, and then you're gonna keep fighting. Sometimes people are like, I'm just gonna get this out the way, and you have the option to do that. And then two, you might need more information about the debt being collected. And that's the reason why you should request it. You don't know for sure. And if they don't have the correct information, y'all, I'm telling y'all, they cannot put on your credit reports. Like, say if they send you, let me show you a sample of the letter that they can actually send you. So if they were to send out, this is a model of the letter. So if they were to send this to you, look, this is the most important part. Hey, if you write, you have so wait, you can call or write us by this date to dispute all or part of the debt. If you do not, we would assume that the information is correct. They're going to assume. Remember the innocent until proven guilty? If you don't do this in 30 days, that's what this really is. They're going to have the date changed based off that 30-day mark. So if you don't send us a letter or call us in the next 30 days, we're going to assume that the debt is yours. This information is correct. Now, this is the most important part. If you write us within the 30 days, basically, we must stop collection on any amount you dispute until we send you information showing that you owe the debt. So that is big, y'all. Y'all don't understand how huge that is. That means you got to stop telling the credit bureaus how much I owe or about this debt. You got to even stop telling me. That is huge, you guys. That is very, very huge, and people don't understand how huge that is. And you might need that additional information on the debt. I just would not like when you have any debts out there, collection company coming to you, always think that they got this out the garbage, and always like on any debt, I would just play stupid because you don't know. I want you to prove it to me. That's kind of like think about the people that do crimes. They know exactly what they did, but can you prove that I did this crime? That's the biggest thing. Like think about the murderers that's out there or rapists. They're not gonna say, "Yep, I did rape her." They like, you better prove that I did this, and that's the kind of thought that we should have when it come down to this debt. Now we're going to talk about the different violations of the FDCPA. I know I told you guys to Google it before, but the next episode we're going to talk about those different violations. If you guys have any questions, please go to my website and schedule a call with me. I'll be happy to talk to you all. And then also, not only go to my website and schedule a call, but get that debt validation letter if you haven't already, and send it to whatever company that called you, whatever company that's emailing and texting, because don't forget they got new rights. So we need to learn these different things, and we need to fight back. So if they're sending you something in the mail, please get that letter and send it to them right away. It's free. I really want us to just have this information and to send it to these companies. And I do suggest that here it is right here, that we send it out certified. That's the biggest thing. We have this for a reason. This is to say exactly when they actually got it, and you have a tracking number right here where you can actually track when they actually got it. So please send out certified, and I keep a stack of these because I always have to send this because this is very, very important. When I had to sue Midland, the point that I had so many of these things to show, I've been mailing y'all for a while. I'm gonna get so much money from y'all. I'm suing y'all. So I think once they see this, they're like, this lady wasn't playing. Like, and some of these companies, they're not going to do what they need to do. You might need to sue them. So look up a consumer law attorney and fight with these companies. But let's talk about a few violations in the next episode. And I'll see you all there. Bye bye.